There's a phrase I hear a lot of men say: I'm just pushing through. A person could be pushing through the tiredness, they could be pushing through the pain that they have, maybe pushing through the stress, or maybe the brain fog of the day. And let's be honest, for a while, this quite honestly can work. In fact, it convinces most people they're just fine. I'm Nurse Healy. I spent a long time as a registered nurse listening to people describe symptoms they were afraid to say out loud. Today, I want to talk about something I hear of a lot, but oddly enough, I rarely, if ever, I don't think I've ever heard it actually said. I don't think it's ever been named. It's the hidden cost of pushing through. Well, because the bill always comes due, and it always does. Unfortunately, it happens just when you least expect it. Here's the truth: pushing through doesn't mean you are strong, it just means you're capable. It also means that you have a history of being able to handle pressure and show up maybe when other people didn't. You've learned to function even when things weren't even close to being right. Even when your body starts whispering, you tell yourself, I don't have time for this right now, and I'm going to deal with this later. Or better yet, you've been told that this is just part of life, so just accept it. And for months, sometimes even years, you just keep right on going. But here's the thing: your body doesn't forget what your mind has postponed. When you push through for long enough, your nervous system learns to stay in an activated state. Your stress hormones never get a chance to basically reset. Your sleep becomes lighter. Your recovery it happens much slower than it used to, and the signals change. Funny though, this is not dramatic, and it's not always obvious. Things start to happen like feeling tired no matter how much you've slept, or you're irritable and you can't recognize why you are. You have this wandering brain fog that just transiently in and out of your life that seems to enter whenever and exit whenever. You have no control over it. You find yourself losing motivation to do things that you used to really, really care about. And your body seems to feel heavier, if that makes any sense, like heavier than it should. But you see this as nothing serious, nothing that forces you to stop. Yet, around here is where a lot of men get stuck, sort of. They finally decide to check in with their healthcare provider, and they do all the recommended blood work and reluctantly agree to all the suggested tests. It's like, oh goodness. And then here's the sticky part: all the lab work comes back and it says it's normal, and there's no way it's normal. So what's to conclude from that? Well, most men figure, well, I guess I just need to push harder. That would make sense, right? But here's the truth: not always do normal tests mean that nothing's happening. They often mean nothing has broken. Yet is the operative word here. Medicine in general is very good at detecting disease, but it's not always great at detecting depletion. The cost of pushing through isn't paid all at once. It generally shows up quite gradually, like in relationships when your patience thins, or at work when clarity tends to fade on things, in your body when your resiliency drops. And one day, the thing you used to be able to push through almost effortlessly, well, now it feels almost impossible. And that's not because you're weak, but because your body has been carrying more than you realized and for way too long. Listening to your body doesn't mean stopping your life. It means adjusting before you're forced to. So, before any of this happens, consider something that looks like taking symptoms that you have seriously, and even when they're very subtle. Ask better questions when you speak to your healthcare provider. And don't just accept reassurances. Oh, everything's fine, you're just whatever. No, don't accept that. Looking seriously at yourself. Look at your sleep patterns and how you handle stress. What's your nutrition like? No, I mean, look at your nutrition honestly. And is it your workload? Is it manageable or only bearable? Now, put these things all together and you have a better picture of what's going on, understanding that endurance is not infinite. Remember, strength isn't ignoring the signal. Strength is responding when you still have options. If you're pushing through right now, this isn't a warning. It's an invitation to check in before your body checks out. Because the goal isn't to stop being strong. The goal is to stay strong longer. Look, at the information contained in this video, it's not providing personal medical advice, diagnosis, or any treatments. It should not replace a consultation with your personal healthcare provider. Please make sure you do that. Also, this channel isn't about clicks or likes. If you think it might help someone that you know, you're welcome to pass it along. And right now, time as always, it keeps its own schedule. Thank you for being here, and thank you for trusting me with your time.